Hello and welcome back to the Haunted Basement Studio. I'm Triple B's, and I'm here to tell you about some horror movies are meant to scare you out of your mind, make you step into a different world, maybe with otherworldly creatures chasing you, that we know that it's not real, ghosts, werewolves, aliens, but it is lets us horror fans sit back and then just enjoy it and step away from reality. But there's other horror movies out there that are far too close to home when it is real life terror and you can actually get haunted by somebody in your own house. And I'm talking like a home invasion where somebody breaks into your house in the middle of the night and you're sleeping and they're carrying a knife. What will happen then? What will you do? These are the kinds of films that remind the audience of the concepts of chaos and our own mortality, that anything can happen to anyone, no matter how careful you are. The Strangers from 2008 was that type of film where it gave us audience the first time of watching a couple being home alone, stranded out in the middle of nowhere, but they're safe. They feel safe because they're in their own home. And then what happens in the middle of the night if three strangers come to your house and start fucking with you? And that is the type of terror that can really happen to you, me, anyone. Even if you live in the suburbs, shit can happen. And I know there's CC cameras everywhere, but you never know what can happen. Someone can just fucking appear and disappear in a blink of an eye. And that's what the Strangers from 2008 gave us, because this couple were there alive once they got home. And then in the morning, they were no longer alive and nobody was around. So, how fucking crazy is that? And that shit happens real every day. And it's true crime out there. And it is not good. And it sucks for the people that it happens to. And I don't wish that on anyone. But why does this home invasion films have audience drawn into it? Because maybe we're so afraid of that happening to you that we want to step away and watch it from a different perspective in a film. And that's why the home invasion movies can be really fucking terrifying, or they can be really shit. And next we had Strangers Pray at Night, where it was a different twist on a home invasion. It is a resort where a family shows up and there's nobody there and they are in their own cabin, and the strangers appear and they have to fight for their lives. And would you be able to fight for your lives if you weren't asleep when this happened and the strangers came around to your house and they were holding a knife, gun, or whatever? They actually maybe killed one of your parents, and you have to fight to live, and you're gonna have to actually kill these motherfuckers to survive. And that's what Strangers Pray at Night gave us. They gave us the victims fighting back and winning and taking down those intruders that came into your house. And so, where are they going to go with this? They have now said they are going to make a new trilogy, a reboot trilogy of The Strangers, which seems kind of strange to me because they've only had the two movies, and the two movies were way too far in between. If you ask me, they were like about 10 years apart. So, with that, let's see what they're talking about this new trilogy of The Strangers. All right, man. So, it says right here, there's no trailer for it yet. So, let's read what it says. Um, the film is still in production. The premise can be predicted, though, since the Strangers movies are bound to a particular concept. I mean, kind of. Repeat the set, masked man, doll face, and pinup girl. Yeah, you're gonna. Okay, that's right there for one is wrong, because the premise can happen fucking anywhere. But yeah, in The Strangers, we're gonna have three killers. We're gonna have it's Baghead, not the man in the mask. It's Baghead, Dollface, and Pinup Girl. So Yeah, you only want to check out the trailer right there. Yeah, we just talked about the first Strangers, so let's go down here. All right, so we actually have a plot for the new one. It says Myra and her boyfriend traveling across country to start a new life in the Pacific Northwest. As they get stuck in Venice, Oregon due to car troubles, they have no other option to wait it out in a selected Airbnb. Okay, so kind of like now they're gonna wonder where this Airbnb is. I wonder if there's gonna be any other people there, or if it's gonna be a house like Barbarian, because Barbarian producer was it Roy Lee is producing this one, so that kind of makes sense. All right, so it's gonna say throughout the night they are subject to unspeakable forces upon them by the trio of mass killers. We're gonna see Myra. She's gonna be our final girl, our main character. She is the driving force of the story, according to the producer. Courtney Solomon says it is likely that we will see her survive the first installment and come back for the others. All right, that's gonna be that gives us all right. So we're gonna have a final girl. They're saying they're gonna have a trilogy, and where is this trilogy gonna go? It's really gonna be good if they can make a final girl like they did with Lauren Lavera in Terrifier 2. With only one movie that she was in, they've already projected her that be the final girl in the finish out the series of Terrifier 2, and she was badass. So they're really gonna have to fucking push Myra's character here for 3 movies or 2 movies. I mean, they're saying 3. And let's see what else it says. Although the Strangers have struck a specific formula, the point of this new trilogy is to broaden the Strangers storyverse and explore more in-depth character development. And so, yeah, let's develop this character. That's going to be kind of crazy for a slasher film, but we need to have a girl that we fall in love with and want to follow for 3 films. And it says that it is a very good opportunity for the slasher film franchise to take things into a new level, operating in the same pioneer positions as the 28 film, which completely changed the horror future with its own. It could happen to anybody. It can happen to anyone concept. That is crazy. Yeah, man. So I don't know where they're really gonna go with it. A trilogy? I fucking hope so. To tell you the truth, I am a huge Stranger franchise fan. It is one of my favorite franchises with only 2 movies. Strangers Pray at Night. I fucking love that movie. It is a fucking 10 out of 10. I will watch that movie 37 times in a row, if you know what I mean. But I do have a review for that. I'll leave it at the link, but I think it's got a copyright on it. But it's a video I did a long time ago before I knew what I was doing on YouTube, and I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing on YouTube. But yeah, so yeah, I'm super stoked. And it says it's gonna come out this year, but we don't got a release date. We got nothing. So maybe we will all of a sudden, bam, get a fucking trailer drop, a release date drop, and I hope and pray it goes to theaters. If it doesn't, I'll be on whatever streaming service and watching it day one. And I don't know how they're gonna top fucking Pray at Night, because that is awesome. And the problem with it, they don't have any of the characters returning. We could have Luke, we can have Bailey Madison returning from Pray at Night. They both survived, you know? I guess they're just like, okay, that was its own story. The first movie was its own story. They say it's based on true events, but it is, similar of a situation or what happened of an event, and they kind of pull off of that. The first one was a family that was killed in a cabin. I think it was a mother and like her 2 siblings. I think it was a boy and a girl. And yes, they were both found dead. And that's where they took the first one off. The second one, I don't know. I probably have to do some more research on it. And this one, maybe they just like, fuck it. Let's just, run with it. Make fucking fiction stories. That's totally fine with me. I am fucking so happy that we will get, they're fucking filming it. So we will get it no matter what. good or bad, movie theater or streaming. So, hell yeah. The Strangers coming out. Baghead, Dollface, Pinup Girl. Man, I wish they had the original, or not the, at least the actors from Pray at Night, Damien and Bethany. I can't remember the other girl's name. I wish they would come back. They're on Instagram. You can check them out. But yeah, I think this is long enough. This is an update on The Strangers, one of my most anticipated films of the year. Triple B's out, and thank you for joining me. And stab that sub button with the like the Widow and Ghostface does. Michael.